Hope it's clear. I'll go back to the same sentences. I'll rub it and write it once again so that you will not feel confused. I wrote, I have a book. I have done my homework. He has a pen. He has gone there. Clear? Right. I was telling you the difference between this only. As I said, has, have and had can be main verbs as well as auxiliary verbs. Clear? It depends on the sentences, in fact. Come to this sentence. I have a book. As I said, in this sentence, have is a main verb. Right? I have done my homework. In this sentence, have is an auxiliary verb. I'll tell you the difference. I stopped here only. He has a pen. In this sentence, has is a main verb. That means an action. He has gone there. In this sentence, has is an auxiliary verb. Clear? Right. Now, come to the first sentence. I have a book. A main verb is an action, as I told you. Clear? Fine. I have a book. In this sentence, do we have a main verb after have? Is there any main verb after have in this sentence? No. That is, in this sentence, we don't have any main verb after have. Clear? If there is no main verb after has, have, or had, then they are termed as main verbs. Clear? If there is no main verb after has, have, or had, then they are termed as main verb. Here, I have a pen. We don't have a main verb after have. So, have here is termed as the main verb. Got it? Come to the next sentence. I have done my homework. In this sentence, do we have a main verb after have? Yes. Done is a main verb. Clear? If there is a main verb after has, have, or had, then they are termed as auxiliary verbs. Clear? So in this sentence, have is a main verb because we don't have any main verb after have. Come to this sentence once again. I have done my homework. Done is a main verb, action. If there is a main verb after has, have, or had, then they are termed as auxiliary verbs. That is the only difference. Got it? Fine. Same is the case. Come to this sentence. He has a pen. Is there any main verb after has? No main verb. That means has is termed as the main verb. Clear? Come to the second sentence. He has gone there. In this sentence, do we have a main verb after has? Yes, we have. Gone is a main verb. If there is a main verb after has, have, or had, then they are termed as auxiliary verbs. So in this sentence, has is an auxiliary verb, whereas in this sentence, has is a main verb. Clear? That is how we can identify whether has, have, and had are main verbs or auxiliary verbs. Hope it's clear, right? Fine. Come to the same sentence. I have a book. What is the tense and category of this sentence? I have a book. Tense and category of this sentence. I mean, which tense and which category? I have a book. Which tense it is? Is it present tense or past tense or future tense? It is not future tense because will or shall is not there. I told you in each and every category of future tense, will or shall must be there. There is no will or shall here, so not future tense. Clear? Fine. Present tense or past tense? Have comes in which tense? Have comes only in the present tense. Clear? In past tense it is had. So have comes only in the present tense. So this sentence is in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. That means it should be either simple present or present perfect or present continuous or present perfect continuous. Right? Tell me, which category of present tense is this sentence in? I have a book. Is it present continuous? It is not present continuous because ing is not there. In continuous tenses, ing must be there. So it is not present continuous. It can never be present perfect continuous also because ing is not there. Right? So not present continuous, not present perfect continuous. So two categories are gone. Now we are left with two categories. Which are they? Simple present and present perfect. Clear? Now tell me, think, is it simple present or present perfect? What is the rule of present perfect? Present perfect, the rule is subject plus, I told you to learn the structures by heart. Clear? Subject plus has or have plus V3. I told you in perfect tenses, only V3 comes and V3 must come. This is the rule of present perfect. Clear? Now tell me, is this sentence in the present perfect tense? This sentence is not in the present perfect tense, because in present perfect tense V3 must appear. Now seeing has or have, we can never say it's perfect. In perfect tenses V3 must appear. Have is there. Is there any V3 in this sentence? There is no V3 in this sentence. It can never be present perfect. Now only one category is left, that is simple present. Clear? What is the rule of simple present tense? The rule of simple present tense is subject plus V1. Clear? Right. Now have is a main verb here, because we don't have any main verb after have. Have is a main verb here. Write down the order of this sentence. I is the subject plus have is a main verb. I told you all main verbs have three forms. Which are they? V1, V2, V3. Present form, past participle form. Have is a main verb here. Have is V1 or V2 or V3. Have is V1. What is the V2 of have? Had. V3 is also had. Clear? It's have, had. So this sentence, have is in this sentence, have is a main verb, and it is in the V1 form. That means this sentence is in the order subject plus V1. This sentence is in the order subject plus V1, and the rule of simple present tense is also subject plus V1. So I can say this sentence is in the simple present tense. Hope you got it. Right? Come to the second sentence now. I have done my homework. Which tense? No will or shall. So it is not future. Have comes only in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. Clear? Fine. Is it present continuous? ING is not there. So it is not present continuous. It is not present perfect continuous also. Two categories are gone. Now we're left with only two categories. Simple present, present perfect. Clear? Fine. Now think and tell me, is it simple present or present perfect? Have is a main verb or auxiliary verb here? Have is an auxiliary verb here because we have a main verb after have. Clear? Write down the order of this sentence. I is the subject plus have is an auxiliary verb plus done. Done is V1 or V2 or V3. V1 is do. V2 is did. And V3 is done. Clear? So this sentence is in the order subject plus have plus V3. Subject plus have plus V3 is the rule of present perfect tense. Clear? So I can say this sentence is in the present perfect tense. So this is simple present, this is present perfect. Got it? Fine. Come to this sentence. He has a pen. Right? Which tense? No will or shall. So not future. Has comes only in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. There is no ing in that sentence. So not present continuous, not present perfect continuous. Now we have only two categories left. Simple present, present perfect. Clear? Fine. Has is a main verb here, because we don't have any main verb after has. Clear? Can this sentence be present perfect? The rule of present perfect is subject plus has or have plus V3. I told you, I repeat, in perfect tenses V3 must appear. Is there any V3 in this sentence? There's no V3. So it cannot be present perfect also. Now only one category is left, simple present tense. Clear? Write down the order of this sentence. He is the subject plus has is a main verb here. All main verbs have three forms. Has is V1. Right? V2 is had. V3 is also had. So has is a main verb here. So this sentence is in the order subject plus V1. And subject plus V1 is a rule of simple present tense. So I can say this sentence is in the simple present tense. Got it? Fine. Come to the second sentence now. He has gone there. He has gone there. Clear? Right. Not future because no will or shall. Has comes only in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. No ing. So not present continuous, not present perfect continuous. Now we have only two categories left. Simple present, present perfect. Has is an auxiliary verb here. Because we have a main verb after has. Clear? So has becomes an auxiliary verb. Write down the order of this sentence. He is the subject. Plus. Has is the auxiliary verb. Plus. Gone. Gone is V1 or V2 or V3. V1 is go. Right? V2 is went. And V3 is gone. Right? So go, went, gone. So this sentence is in the order subject plus has plus V3. And subject plus has plus V3 is the rule of which category? Present perfect. So I can say this sentence is in the present perfect tense. Clear? It's very simple. You want to write down the order of a sentence and compare the order with the structure. You can easily identify the tense in the category of every sentence that you come across. Got it? Fine. Right? Now, as I said, if I say play, play is V1. Right? Played is V2. V3 is also played. So here, the V2 form and the V3 form are the same. As I said, based on the rules, you must be able to identify whether the word played in a sentence is V2 or V3. Clear? Fine. Now, if I give a sentence like, if I say, they have played football. They have played football. Two questions. Tell me the tense and category of this sentence. Clear? Tense and category. And then tell me whether the word played in this sentence is V2 or V3. Played can be V2 as well as V3. V2 and V3 is played itself. Clear? Fine. Tell me the tense and category first, and then tell me whether the word played in this sentence is V2 or V3. Clear? Fine. You come to the tense and category first. They have played football. Clear? It's not future because no will or shall. Have comes only in the present tense. So it should be one of the categories of present tense. No ing is there. So not present continuous, not present perfect continuous. Now we have only two categories left. Simple present and present perfect. Clear? So don't get stuck with any category. Keep eliminating categories. Now we have only two categories left. One is simple present, other one is present perfect. Clear? Fine. Now come to this sentence. Tell me, in this sentence, have is a main verb or auxiliary verb? In this sentence, have is an auxiliary verb because, as I said, we have a main verb after have. Clear? In this sentence, we have a main verb after have, so have becomes an auxiliary verb. Clear? Fine. Write down the order of this sentence now. They is the subject. Plus. Have is an auxiliary verb here. Have. Plus. V2. Is there any rule like subject plus has have plus V2? No. There is no rule like subject plus have plus V2. Is there any rule like subject plus have plus V3? Yes, it is there. Subject plus have plus V3 is a rule of present perfect tense. There's no rule like subject plus have plus V2. So this sentence is in the present perfect tense. And in this sentence, the word played is in the V3 form. Got it? So this sentence is in the present perfect tense. And in this sentence, the word played is in the V3 form. Got it? You can easily identify that from based on the tenses, the categories and the structures of the categories. Hope it's clear. Got it? Fine. Now, if I say one more example. Always learn with examples. Clear? Because we may not forget examples. So with the help of examples, we can easily recollect the rules in fact. Clear? One more example. He has hurt me. He has hurt. He has hurt me. Now the verb here is hurt. Hurt is V1, V2, as well as V3. Nothing like hurted, right? I should not say I'm hurted. That's wrong. I'm hurt. Hurt is V1, as well as V2, as well as V3. Clear? Fine. He has hurt me. Tell me the tense and category, and then tell me whether the word hurt in this sentence is V1 or V2 or V3. Clear? Fine. He has hurt me. Has comes only in the present tense. So this sentence is in the present tense. It should be one of the categories of present tense. Clear? No ing. Not present continuous, not present perfect continuous. We have only two categories left. Simple present, present perfect. Clear? Has is an auxiliary verb here. Because we have a main verb after has. So has becomes an auxiliary verb. Write down the order of this sentence. He is a subject plus has auxiliary verb plus V1. Is there any rule like subject plus has plus V1? There is no rule like that. Clear? So hurt is not V1 here. Is there any rule like subject plus has plus V2? There is no rule like subject plus has plus V2. So hurt cannot be V2 also. Clear? Is there any rule like subject plus has plus V3? Yes. Subject plus has plus V3 is a rule of present perfect tense. Clear? So this sentence is in the present perfect tense, and in this sentence the word hurt is in the V3 form. Clear? Got it? It is in the present perfect tense, and hurt in this sentence is in the V3 form. Hope you got it. Clear? Right. Now, as I think Piyush or Himanshu has asked, what is the difference between simple past and present perfect? Clear? When to use simple past and when to use present perfect. Right? Hope this much is clear to you. Right? I'll rub this one. Now, when to use simple past and when to use present perfect. When to use simple past and when to use present perfect. Clear? Fine. Now, I'll write two sentences. You just think between the two sentences, which one is the best? Clear? Fine. First, say, he wrote many short stories. He wrote many short stories. He has written many short stories. He wrote many short stories. He has written many short stories. Clear? Fine. Come to the first sentence. He wrote many short stories. Tense and category. Now here, write is V1, as you know. Write is V1. V2 of write, wrote. V3 is written. Right? It's write, wrote, written. Clear? Right. This sentence. He wrote many short stories. Tense and category. Write down the order, please. He is the subject. Plus, wrote is the verb here. Wrote is V1 or V2 or V3. Wrote is V2. Clear? It's write, wrote, written. So wrote is V2. So this sentence is in the order subject plus V2. And subject plus V2 is a rule of which category? Simple past. So I can say this sentence is in the simple past tense. Got it? Come to the second sentence. He has written many short stories. Has is a main verb or auxiliary verb here? Has is an auxiliary verb here because we have a main verb after has. That is written. Clear? Fine. Write down the order of this sentence now. He is the subject. Plus. Has is an auxiliary verb. Has. Plus. Written is V1 or V2 or V3. Written is V3. So this sentence is in the order subject plus has plus V3. And subject plus has plus V3 is a rule of which category? Present perfect. Clear? So this sentence is in the simple past tense, whereas this sentence is in the present perfect tense. Right? Both are fine. Tell me, which is the best one here? This has to when to use simple past and when to use present perfect. Which is the best sentence here? He wrote many short stories or he has written many short stories? Now if I say he wrote many short stories or he has written many short stories, that means the action is completed. Right? Both the sentences refer to a completed action. Clear? He wrote many short stories, he has written many short stories. Right? Which is the best one out here? First or second? The second one is the best one here. Because the rule is this. Present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is known or mentioned. Clear? Present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is known or mentioned. Whereas, this is the opposite of it, sorry. Present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is not mentioned. That means the time of the action is unknown. Clear? Whereas, simple past is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is known or mentioned. Got it? Fine, I'm sorry for that. Present perfect is, I repeat, present perfect is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is not mentioned or unknown. Whereas, simple past is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is known or mentioned. Clear? Now come to the sentence. Did I mention the time in which the short stories were written? No. I did not mention the time in which he wrote the short stories. So the best sentence must be, he has written many short stories. Clear? What if I write now? He dash many short stories in 2000. He dashed many short stories in 2000. Options are same ones. Wrote, has written. Wrote, has written. Now wrote is simple past, V2. Has written is present perfect. Has plus V3. Clear? Fine. He dashed many short stories in 2000. So here, the time in which the short stories were written is mentioned. I told you, simple past is used to refer to a past action if the time of the action is mentioned or known. So here in this sentence, we have the time in which the short stories were written. That means the time of the past action is known or mentioned. So it should be simple past. So it should be he wrote many short stories in 2000. If the time is not mentioned, it should be this sentence. he has written many short stories. Clear? Similarly, one more example. I dash my homework. Options are did, have done. Did, have done. Did is V2. Did is V2, so simple past. Have done is V3. Done is V3, so present perfect. Clear? I dashed my homework. Now in this sentence, did I mention the time in which my homework was done? The time in which my homework was done is not mentioned here. That means the time of the past action is not mentioned. So the answer must be present perfect. So it should be, I have done my homework. Got it? What if I write, I dash my homework yesterday. I dashed my homework yesterday. Same options. Did, have done. Did is V2, simple past. Have done is present perfect. I dashed my homework yesterday. Now here in this sentence, the time is mentioned. I mean, the time when I did my homework is mentioned. When was it? Yesterday. So here the time of the past action is mentioned, so it must be simple past. So here the answer must be, I did my homework yesterday. Clear? So this is regarding when to use simple past and when to use present perfect. Clear? I repeat it for you once again. Once again I go for it. I'll say the rule once again. If the time of the action of the past action is unknown or not mentioned, it must be present perfect. If the time of the action is known or mentioned, it must be simple past. Clear? This is when to use simple past and when to use present perfect. Hope it's clear for you. Got it? Right. Now, I love this one. When to go for past perfect? You know the structure of past perfect. Sorry. Subject plus had plus V3. Right? So when to go for past perfect? Right. I love this part. I'll give you around 5 or 6 sentences, right? You think as to which of those sentences are correct and which are incorrect, right? I'll list down those sentences. You may take them along with me. Then I'll explain why some are correct, why some are incorrect. Clear? Fine. So this is regarding when to use past perfect. When to use past perfect. Clear? Fine. You may take down the sentences. When we reached the station, comma, the train had already left. When we reached the station, comma, the train had already left. When we reached the station, comma, the train already left. When we reach the station, comma, the train already left. When we reached the station, comma, the train had left. When we reached the station, comma, the train had left. When we had reached the station, comma, the train already left. When we had reached the station, comma, the train already left. When we had reached the station, comma, the train left. One more sentence. When we reached the station, comma, the train left. 6 sentences, right? Only 2 of these 6 sentences are grammatically correct. Only 2 of these 6 sentences are grammatically correct, right? Think for a while as to which 2 sentences are grammatically correct here. When we reached the station, comma, the train had already left. When we reached the station, comma, the train already left. When we reached the station, comma, the train had left. When we had reached the station, comma, the train already left. When we had reached the station, comma, the train left. When we reached the station, comma, the train left. I told you about punctuation marks. Punctuation marks deserve a lot of importance while reading. You should keep on reading until where you find a punctuation mark. That is termed as one idea. That is termed as an idea unit. Clear? So keep on reading until where you find a punctuation mark. That particular part, till a punctuation mark, must be read at a single stretch and understood. Clear? So focus only on the ideas there in the sentence. And don't focus primarily on words. Focus mainly on ideas. Clear? Fine. So as I said, only 2 of these 6 sentences are grammatically correct. Clear? Come to the first one. When we reached the station, comma, the train had already left. This sentence is grammatically correct. I'll tell you why. Second sentence. When we reached the station, comma, the train already left. This is incorrect. Third one. When we reached the station, comma, the train had left. This is also incorrect. Fourth one. When we had reached the station, comma, the train already left. Incorrect. Next one. When we had reached the station, comma, the train left. Incorrect. When we reached the station, comma, the train left. This is grammatically fine. So first sentence and the last sentence are grammatically correct, whereas the others are incorrect. Clear? Fine. I'll tell you why. You may please take down the rule first, then I'll explain. Right? Then I'll explain these sentences. You may take down the rule first. This is regarding when to use past perfect. When should we go for past perfect? And the rule of past perfect is, as you know, subject plus had plus V3. This is the rule of past perfect. Clear? Fine. You may take down the rule first, then I'll explain these sentences using that particular rule. Clear? Fine. Take down. The rule is this. When there are 2 actions in the past tense, when there are 2 actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the 2 actions, time difference, and only if there is a time difference between the 2 actions. You may underline that part, only if there is a time difference, right? And only if there is a time difference between the 2 actions, comma, the action that is completed first, underline that too, right? The action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. That is a rule. The action that is completed first, underline that, must be in the past perfect tense. Clear? So this is when to use past perfect tense. I repeat, when there are 2 actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the 2 actions, the action that is completed first, not started first, right? The action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. This is a rule. Clear? Fine. Now come to this sentence. When we reach the station, comma, the train, come to the first sentence. When we reached the station, comma, the train had already left. We have 2 actions in the past tense here. One is reached the station, past tense. Other one is had already left, that is also past tense. Clear? So here we have 2 actions in the past tense. First sentence. Is there any word in the first sentence that tells us about a time difference between the two actions? Any word in the first sentence that tells us about a time difference between the two actions? Yes, we have a word, already. The word already tells us that there is a time difference between the two actions. Clear? So in the first sentence, we have two actions in the past tense, and there is a time difference as well. The rule says, when there are two actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first, not started first, the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. That is a rule. Clear? Fine. So in the first sentence, we have two actions in the past tense, and there is a time difference between the two actions as well. Clear? So action that is completed first must be in the past perfect. Tell me, which is the action that is completed first? Reach the station or the train already left? Which is the action completed first? The train already left is the action that is completed first. So that action must be in the past perfect tense, right? Come to that action now. The train had already left. Had plus left is V3. Had plus V3 is past perfect tense. So in the first sentence, we have two actions in the past tense, and there's a time difference between the two actions. So the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect. It is in the past perfect, so first sentence is grammatically correct. Hope you got it. Fine. Come to the second sentence. When we reach the station, comma, the train already left. We have two actions in the past tense. One is reach the station. Other one is the train already left. Clear? Two actions are in the past tense. Is there any word in the second sentence that tells us about a time difference? Yes, the word already is there. The word already tells us about a time difference. So same rule. We have two actions in the past tense, and there's a time difference also. So the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect. The action that is completed first is the train left. In the second sentence, is the action completed first in the past perfect? No, it is not in the past perfect. So second sentence is grammatically wrong. Got it? Third one. When we reach the station, comma, the train had left. Two actions in the past tense. Reach the station, the train had left. Right? And which is the action completed first? The train left is the action completed first. And that is in which category? Had plus V3 is past perfect. Clear? So we have two actions in the past tense. The action that is completed first is in the past perfect tense. Now tell me, in the third sentence, is there any word that tells us about a time difference between the two actions? There is no word in the third sentence that tells us about a time difference between the two actions. If there is no time difference, then past perfect should not be used. Clear? Past perfect must be used only if there is a time difference. There is no time difference in the third sentence, so past perfect should not be used. So third is also grammatically incorrect. Fine? Right. Come to the fourth one. You may think and tell me, you may think as to what is the error in the fourth sentence. When we had reached is past perfect. The station, comma, the train already left. Already tells us about time difference. Think for a while. Past perfect is there. Time difference is also there. Clear? We reach the station. One action in the past tense. The train already left. Another action in the past tense. So here in the fourth sentence, we have two actions in the past tense. There's a time difference also. But what is the error? Had reached is past perfect. In the fourth sentence, had reached the station. Reaching the station is an action that is completed first or completed second? Reaching the station is an action that is completed second. In the fourth sentence, had reached is past perfect. Past perfect is used for the action that is completed second. I told you in the rule it's completed first. So 4 is also eliminated. Got it? Come to the fifth one now. Same reason. When we had reached the station, the train left. Had reached is past perfect. It is for the action that is completed second. In this sentence. Clear? One more reason. There is no word in this sentence that tells us about a time difference between the two actions. When we had reached the station, the train left. There is no word in this sentence that tells us about time difference. If time difference is not there, then past perfect should not be used. Clear? So this is also eliminated. Fine? I said the last one is grammatically fine. When we reach the station, comma, the train left. Clear? Now the meanings of the first sentence and the last sentence are entirely different. Right? When we reach the station, past tense, the train left, past tense. We have two actions in the past tense. Clear? There is no word in this sentence that tells us about a time difference between the two actions. That means there is no time difference. If there is no time difference, then past perfect should not be used. I did not use past perfect in this sentence. Clear? Now, as I said, the meanings of the first sentence and the last sentence are entirely different. Come to the first sentence, once again. When we reached the station, the train had already left means, when we reached the station, the train was not there. We didn't even see the train. The train had already left. Clear? Whereas, when we reached the station, the train left means, as soon as we reached, the train left. We saw the train leaving. Clear? So, meanings of the first sentence and the last sentence are entirely different. Clear? So, this is as to when to use past perfect tense. I repeat the rule. When there are two actions in the past tense, and only if there is a time difference between the two actions, the action that is completed first must be in the past perfect tense. Hope it's clear to you. Fine? Okay, in fact, I'll give you one more example. Right? I'll rub this part. May I take down this sentence? Take down, please. When she had heard the shocking news, comma, she fainted. When she had heard the shocking news, comma, she fainted. There are two actions in the past tense. One is had heard the shocking news. Other one is she fainted. Right? You just think for a while whether this sentence is grammatically fine or not. We'll take a 5-minute break and then we'll be back. Right?